Welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Houston oil rig injury attorney. Perhaps no example better illustrates the potential dangers of working on an oil rig than the Deepwater Horizon disaster in 2010, in which 11 people were lost at sea after a blowout caused the rig to sink in the Gulf of Mexico. If you are the victim of an oil rig accident, it may be critical to your recovery to consult with a Houston offshore oil rig injury lawyer who have a track record of success with maritime injury cases. The Chris Law Firm PC has a staff of experienced attorneys with more than 4 decades of experience handling a variety of oil rig injuries, including representing victims of a Deepwater Horizon explosion and oil spill. The people employed an offshore oil rig face any number of hazards every day when they go to work. Oil rigs are large, complex, and loaded with heavy machinery, which can make them especially vulnerable to mishaps and accidents. Oil rigs are particularly susceptible to fires and explosions, which bring with them the potential for chaos and catastrophe. Additionally, oil rig workers often are under enormous pressures to produce quick results that may result in manager pushing employees past their limits and cutting corners on safety and maintenance of equipment. When an accident happens on the ocean with a half miles away on land, the result of can be devastating and fatal. Injured workers may face insurmountable medical bills in the wake of accidents that leave them with head trauma, severe burns, chemical exposure, or other severe and disabling injuries. The next discussion is about common causes of oil rig accidents. Oil rigs are massive hulking operations that operate in remote locales and dangerous weather conditions. Given the size of operation, offshore oil rigs comes with numerous risks that may lead to serious or fatal injuries. Common causes of accident on Texas oil rigs include blowouts leading to fires or explosions, slippery conditions resulting in falls onto lower decks or into the ocean, falling equipment, inadequate manpower or training, leaky toxic chemicals and or fumes, defective machinery, leading to breakdowns or other accidents. And then the next is common types of oil rig injuries. The potential for injuries or fatal accidents aboard Texas oil rigs is enormous. Common injuries sustained in oil rig accidents include mild, moderate, or severe traumatic brain injuries, spinal cord damage or paralysis, severe burns, chemical poisoning or toxic inhalation, limb amputation, crushing injuries, broken bones, back and neck injuries. These injuries bring with them high medical costs and a long road to recovery. These types of injuries can be disabling. You may be experiencing physical limitation that prevent you from working, and at the same time, you may be receiving significant medical bills and worrying about how to keep up with your rent or mortgage and other daily expenses. And then the next discussion is about damages in Houston oil rig accidents. If you have sustained an oil rig injury, medical costs and lost wages can quickly combine to overwhelm you and your family. Thankfully, several laws exist that allow injured maritime workers to seek compensation when your employer did not provide a safe work environment or when a third party's negligence caused your injuries. And then the next is death on the High Seas Act. The family members of a seaman killed in an offshore oil rig accident may be able to make a claim for compensation under the Death on the High Seas Act. The Act allows surviving family members to seek compensation for quantifiable monetary losses known as pecuniary damages when a seaman dies more than 3 nautical miles of the United States coast while in the course of his or her employment. The next, Outer Continental Shelf Lands Act. When an oil rig employee is injured while working offshore on the Outer Continental Shelf, the Outer Continental Shelf Lands Act may allow the worker to seek compensation for past and future medical costs, physical limitation, physical pain, loss of earning capacity, mental anguish, and disfigurement. The next discussion is about the Jones Act. Who qualifies as a seaman is injured while working offshore on navigable waters. The Jones Act allows the employee to sue his or her employer for negligence. A seaman is a person who works on a vessel, which can include any kind of watercraft that floats and can be navigated. Through a Jones Act claim, you may be able to recover compensation for your past and future medical costs, physical pain, physical limitation, disfigurement, mental anguish, loss of earning capacity. Only some types of offshore workers are covered by the Jones Act. Oil rig workers may be able to sue their employers using their Jones Act, but that will depend on factors such as how much time you typically spend at sea, the nature of your employment, where you were injured. A qualified Texas maritime injury attorney can evaluate whether you might be entitled to compensation as an injured seaman under the Jones Act. The next is maintenance and cure. When you have been injured while working on a vessel, compensation that may be available under the legal doctrine of maintenance and cure can help you meet ordinary living expenses and get necessary medical treatment until you reach maximum medical improvement or MMI. The two forms of compensation available under this doctrine include maintenance. You may be able to receive maintenance payment for daily living expenses such as food, rent or mortgage, cost, and essential utilities. And then cure. Cure benefits pay the cost of your medical treatment. And then the next is Longshore and Harbor Workers Compensation Act. An oil rig worker who is not seaman under the Jones Act and is injured offshore and navigable waters may be able to obtain compensation through the Longshore and Harbor Workers Compensation Act or LHWCA. Eligible employees may receive compensation for medical treatments, transportation costs, temporary or permanent disability, rehabilitation costs. Your injuries were caused by negligence of a third party other than your employer. You may be able to sue for additional damages such as physical pain and mental anguish. Additionally, the surviving family members of workers killed on oil rigs may be able to sue a third party for negligence under the LHWCA. And then how a Houston oil rig injury attorney can help. When an oil rig worker is injured in a blowout or another type of maritime accident, the circumstances of the accident or injury will dictate which are several unique maritime or Texas laws apply. In order to make a successful claim for compensation, you will need the help of a qualified Houston offshore accident lawyer who knows how these laws work and how to apply them to your case. I think that's all, guys, the information that I can share to you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Bye bye, see you in another video, guys.